I didn't like this candle because it closed below, but I like this candle now. Why do I like this candle more than I liked it over here? So in a range expansion upside model, what is the standard deviation we are expecting? 0.5 or 1? That's really range expansion. In Germany we call this Trompete. And normally traders have a saying, Trompete kostet Knete. That means, translated, a trumpet costs you money. So 90% of the traders in the world would lose money on such a day. If you understand DR, if you understand how the single DR sessions are working together, you're doomed to make money in this one, because like you see it, you know it. You have a high probability understanding what is happening next. Let's go to the finishing line. So as you can see, ADR is opening. So let's see what we can get over here. So nothing interesting. Like you can see that all our previous day DR levels are below us. So we're way above them. So right now I don't see anything interesting for me. I see volume imbalances over here and over here. So I'm not very curious right now. So we get a confirmation, but like I said, like with this expansion here, the volume imbalances, I would like to see price coming back into this area for now. So we have a confirmation, we are returning over here. Let's see if we get us a retirement setup. We're having two volume imbalances here and here, but I don't see a clear rejection, so no, nothing for me yet. We are closing one of the volume imbalances, getting rejected from the second one, closing the second one now, closing above DR, getting rejected from the DR, leaving another volume imbalance over here. So this trade would have worked out. I didn't take it because I didn't like the close below and then return, but that could be one. You have the confluence from volume imbalance, so that's definitely a trade which could be taken from you. And as you see, we left a volume imbalance, price is closing this again. Another volume imbalance. Whenever you have days where a lot of these volume imbalances are happening intraday, it's normally a day where the market will be kind of choppy, at least for the session, because like really strong movements, strong extensions, strong movements like this one here, from here to here, they normally don't leave volume imbalances. Normally they leave the volume imbalance in the last third of the movement. But like this one, for example, there is not a single volume imbalance. I mean, there is a small one, but this one can be neglected. But you see like strong movements into the right direction, normally they don't leave a lot of volume imbalances. Yeah, when I'm saying nothing for me to trade, I mean, like I told you, this setup, this could be another potential setup, but I'm not interested. So this setup would have worked out beautiful if you would take this, whatever, take your stop here, here. So 3R would have worked out. So session is almost over, another 1.5 hours. So that's also something like, that's the difference between like, if you look at price in terms of hindsight, so you see everything and you just think, yeah, okay, this trade is obvious. Like this example just shows you that you have to be real with yourself. So even if I see this price action, I would not tell you that I would have taken this trade, because I just don't like it how it happened around here. Yeah. If this candle would have closed above, I mean, I know I'm talking a little bit extreme here. It's literally, it's one tick difference, but like for me, that was enough to not consider a trade here, even with the volume imbalances here. But like, it's easy, like don't lie to yourself when you're doing backtesting. Like backtesting is about what you really see and what you want to trade. Nothing. We are ending the session in 5 minutes, so nothing for me here. What does this look to you? What could be one conclusion out of what you see on my screen right now? What model are we seeing, maybe? What potential model we will see? Range expansion to the upside. So with all that is mind, look, watch again. Like this is a simple thing which I gave to you, and most people didn't even know that it was in the script. It's quite precise. It's not 80%, but let's say it's like 60, 65%. It gives you a good idea where we're looking, into what direction we are looking. So range expansion. So of course, we are looking for potential long trades. Let's see if we will get one. Oh, another half an hour to go. What do we see here? What do we have here? Compared in difference to here, like I didn't like this candle because it closed below, but I like this candle now. Why do I like this candle more than I liked it over here? You see the difference here? It's looking the same, but we are closing below. Yeah, we take it later on, but this, I didn't like it. Close below the DR midpoint and closing below the open price. So that's why I didn't want to take this trade. This picture now, I can see the reaction here. Now we are dipping down a little bit, doesn't matter to me. So I would look for a long trade now. We are here. You could even take a really crazy stop loss over here, 2 ticks below the low. So, but I'm trying to teach something which everybody can do. So use your standard deviation level from the RDR session, 2 ticks below. So in a range expansion upside model, what is the standard deviation we are expecting? 0.5 or 1? So we are expecting 1 standard deviation. So it means we are looking for a target minimum 0.5 up to 1 standard deviation. So we will take some profits over here. The rest of the position, we're going to target the 1 standard deviation. So let's see. Okay, confirmation long. Still price is hovering around the DR levels, respecting that. That's a positive sign for your long trade. We are going below the DR, IDR levels. We are closing, we are taking it immediately back. And we're going back above the DR, IDR levels. So we didn't reach 0.5 yet, so no partials taking yet. Actually, I would expect price to take out these lows before we really go up. But let's see. Yeah, so we take this out and now price should go straight up. So we take our first partial over here, which would be 50%. So that's 1R. We're going back. So we would be stopped out because our stop would be already on break even. So I am stopped out of this trade. But I think still I would expect market to go up. You see, we have a nice volume imbalance here, which we didn't take with this one. So I would still consider this valid, and we are also outside the session. So that would be 1R plus, and the rest would be stopped out on break even, 21.5. So let's see how this plays out. So we are generating the new RDR now. So as we can see, it would have worked out, stopped out because break even, but that's what it is. Happens to me so many times, you can't even imagine, and that's perfectly fine. Now it's confirmed. In the ODR, we were expecting it, but now we have a confirmation for what? Exactly, expansion. So we are looking for a retracement somewhere here, preferable around the 0.5. There is a small volume imbalance up here. So we would like price to return here or there somewhere. So let's see if we will get a chance today. Didn't reach it, so no chance. Early indication with the first candle. We are rejecting from the top. We are going over. We're having a long confirmation now. So now rejection over here. We could take this one. It's just one candle, so I would like to wait for a little bit more confirmation. Rejection from the top. We are not closing above. Waiting. Again, rejection. Now we are closing above again, but it's not convenient for me. We have to remove this, by the way. Zack, and this, because it's the new RDR. Only one candle rejection from the DR. We're going below the IDR. I really would like to price to come down here somewhere. I don't know. I really would like to at least come into the area here. I'm clicking slowly now. So we're going down. We have 3 lows here. I don't think they're gonna hold. That's quite interesting here. Under normal circumstances, I would most probably enter long now. I'm not allowed to do this, but let's leave it out of the statistic. But like I would think about taking a long here. Okay, so we missed this one. Now we are going up, we are closing above the IDR, we are closing above the DR. So let's find an entry. If we can find an entry, we're taking now any retracement, we will take long now. Rejection from the DR, we're going long now. Why it doesn't make sense to put your stop loss here? Like every retail trader would take his stop loss here. Why we would not do this? We will look to take this area out because everybody have his sell stops here. So that's why for this scenario, we are just using the IDR, 2 ticks below the IDR. Because if price comes below this level, I think the chance is very high that we will also take out this level, right? Our target would be, we're having a range expansion day, so we are looking for at least 1.0 expansion. So we are reaching 0.5, we are not taking any partial here, it's not enough to take partials. So it seems like that we are like rejecting from the 0.5, but it's not a clear rejection in my opinion. So what time is it? Yeah, we're ending like it's almost about to close the session. So that was the last candle, so we would close because the session is ending here. That would be 0.88, so let's be generous. Another R on top of it, another winning trade. Just out of curiosity, because this price action is very interesting, just want to see how we end this scenario. So that's Friday close, yeah, okay. That was just Friday close, and then on Monday, immediately with the opening, we are going over this 1 point standard deviation. And actually, these stats are aligning very good with my personal stats. So in average, I have a 70 to 80% win rate when I'm trading. So I think that's quite precise, I would say so. But what is really important for me is for you that like you can go out of the stream and you can tell me that all the trades I showed and how I explained, it would have made sense to you. And that you tell me, yes, it all makes sense, and it also makes sense why you don't take some of the setups. That's what I want to teach you. I mean, I don't have to train this anymore. I do this for too long now. For me, this is just an exercise I'm doing together with you and trying to teach you and give you my thoughts when I'm looking at price to help you to understand which trade to take, where to enter, what to look at. I hope it helped you really. So I hope I gave you some more tools to attack the week. Be careful in the market. Just believe in it. Believe in yourself. Work on your mental. I gave away some tips where I said like mental is very important for being a good trader. So work on yourself. Work on your mental. Work on your studying of the price. And you're gonna be doomed to make profit. I can guarantee you that. If you manage both of these areas, which I told you, you're gonna be doomed to make profit. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.